Alright, Trevor, Lanta, we killed you.
I'm Naeed Arms of Silver Diaz, and I play on the UNT League of Legends team.
My name is Gage Gwynn. My gamer tag is Zanok.
So currently on the team there's Eric, our top lane player. He graduates this semester, so I'm sad to see him go. We have our jungler V, who's improving a lot as the year goes on, and I'm really excited to see where he goes. Our mid laner Ryan, he currently has a pretty big champion pool, which is nice.
So Naeed, he's a support player for me, so the AD carry and the support, we're in the same lane together in the game, so we're pretty much constantly together. His role is basically to, as his name says, it's mainly to support me, either characters that can heal or provide basically a way for me to do my job better.
Gage is my AD carry, which means that he is essentially my partner in the lane. It's the one lane that's always paired up together. And currently we're doing really well in the bot lane against other teams, and I'm hoping that we can transition that to carry our team overall.
Naeed in the game is also the shot caller, so he kind of calls most of the plays that we do whenever we're actually in the game. So his role is pretty crucial in our success.
Yeah. Come on. They're gonna all in.
They have W's, so don't expect too much.
League of Legends is a 5v5 team-based game. Basically, you and 5 other teammates just pick different heroes. They all have their own different abilities and movesets, and you pretty much team up together and you look to take the enemy's base.
How the game is created, there's 3 different lanes. There's 2 people that are in the bot lane, which is the AD carry and the support. There's the middle lane, which is the mid laner, and then the top laner is the top lane. So it's pretty self-explanatory in that term. And then there's the jungle, which is kind of the areas between the lane. There's also a player that kind of moves through the jungle as well.
Oh yeah, I knew he was coming.
You're beating him in CS by a lot.
The only thing I wasn't sure about is that
Zion's recalling?
he was gonna walk.
Pretty sure he's gonna go with the top side.
If I was gonna
Zion no flash.
I'd stay
I'm
in the
back
bush
here.
next to Raptors. But
Oh, he's
if
just back so fucking late.
I'm gonna.
He's a bot.
Go-
Yeah, but you've got to take advantage of that.
Yeah,
This is hard because he has QSS.
They're gonna ban Alistar, I think.
They're gonna ban Spot now. That's fine. No, I know. That's good.
What do we want to ban? Mids or support? I mean, mids or jungle?
So preparing for a competition, the main thing we do is pick ban, which is just like the strategy of who you're picking, who you're banning in the game. Other than that, we don't really do much besides go do our VOD reviews, which is where we go over what the last game and try to figure out this is where we messed up, this is what we're doing, this is how we're going to improve. Besides that, we don't really do much else besides our standard practice.
Just from previous games and stuff, having a strong mid jungle compared to them, really helps us play the map better. I feel like Naeed and I, we seem to go even in even losing matchups. So it's I think the biggest thing is having a strong mid top jungle where they're able to actually do something instead of getting rolled over.
Just pushing lanes or winning lanes?
Yeah, winning lanes.
I think currently the bot side of the map is the least important right now, at least for the early game, the very early game. I think mid's the most important, so if you have a strong jungle, mid can show up more. So I think we gauge that we just need strong mid, strong jungle, and that's good for top 2, because if your mid's shoving and your jungle's has priority, it's good for your top 2. Because bot, it kind of doesn't really matter, because bot, if we're in a losing lane, we're just going to let them shove. And we'll be fine most of the time, unless they pick something weird. It's really poke heavy. So I think we should try to prioritize our picks more on the top side of the map.
So our strategies normally come through me and Brad, and mostly we get that from watching the pro games. Is obviously the biggest way to see strategy. Things you see in the ranked environment as well, you can try to take and implement.
But then you got this hard on, oh, I taunted somebody, let's go, and then that was one mistake, and then we had another mistake on top of that. And it was So I really want to get you in the position of what is the win condition? Is the win condition Ryan fucking splits and we don't engage? Is the win condition protect Gage so he can pop off? Is the win condition V's gonna go in and I go in with him type shit, right? That's where I think you'll focus on that, because then your mentality in the future games will be better, because you're not thinking, oh, what can I do right now? You go, what can we do right now to win the game, right? So that's where I think like you and him can kind of be on the same table with that. So
Brad, he's our coach right now. He kind of helps us think about strategies and kind of helps us improve our gameplay. I've known Brad for the past couple years. He was my support, and then now he's kind of my coach, which is kind of funny, like a funny dynamic. So he went from my player, like a teammate, to like, I guess maybe not my boss, but you know, he's just kind of there like as like a mentor for us.
And he mainly helps us with pick ban, individual coaching a little bit, and mainly the overall way we should play the map. He's really good at pointing out our mistakes and telling us how to fix them.
they do well in the 4v4s, then in the future, if we get into 5v5s, they'll be like, hey, fucking 4 members have already been in this goddamn fight forever, you're a new kid, plug and play, right? Like, that's way easier. So, meta's gonna change and shit like that when we have to go to 5v5 type meta. Well, at least 4 people are already on the same page. Right now, we try to do 5v5 for fucking ever. Fuck it up. Meta goes to where, yeah, dude, 4-1 split is the best thing to do, and we're like, dude, we don't know what the fuck to do, dude. We got 4 people that are just brainless. Like, it's gonna be a problem, right? So I think right now we focus more on a 4-1. The 4 is more predicted, or more on protecting you and like kind of him. He's got to be engaging with the other 2. So it's more of like let you get to that mid game where you're gonna be able to just be fucking stupid. Because clearly Kai's in the other games, you were still popping off, even while getting really far fucking behind. You're still able to, yeah, just 2 shots somebody, cool, hours and goodbye. Like you're still able to do that, so that's great. We just need to be able to let you do that more often and not die instantly as soon as you do it. Like it should be like, this is a reward rather than this is a trade. That's what we should be focusing on. If it's up, then Brian will get the split pusher. If it's not up, then Eric will get the split pusher. Shot calling wise, Naeed will say the final call, 100%, 5 people need to follow the call. Early game, V, you need to do a lot of the jungle tracking, and then if you want to go into invade or you want to go get wards, then you've got to communicate that with him type stuff. That, you know, you can kind of just play your own. Eric, reiterate their win condition, and then Ryan, you're kind of on the same boat as him of just like, fucking do the mechanic stuff. Just do whatever you got to do, listen to them, do your split push thing, giving you the resources so that you guys can just fucking just start destroying people. Because you guys are able to, clearly. We just got to kind of, not incentivize it, but promote it in a way of like, hey, we're going to give you the resources you need, go fucking ham.
So I give at least
Gragas Alton.
I feel Phoebe.
What I meant is going to happen, from your saying is they fall in a gauge, you W someone with knockers on them, then an Alistair follows you up, now he has 2 people, and then they won't hit you. That's what I see is going to happen.
Show you the stupid garlic guy.
I feel like League of Legends has been a big part of my life for the last, pretty much as long as I've been playing, which has been like 7 years. I've just been playing a lot of the game constantly. A lot of my friends played it, so it's something that outside of school, like in high school and also college, being able to like come home from school and then just playing games with people that I knew was super fun. And yeah, it kind of just became something that I would constantly play and think about and stuff like that.
I've been playing League of Legends competitively for about 5 years. It started off with just me and a bunch of friends that were all high ranked, and we would do online tournaments, and from there we won quite a bit of money. And then after that it was on the university team with still an amateur team on the side, and then eventually I joined a semi-professional team for a little bit, but I stopped playing that mainly to focus on school and the university team. So I took a break for 2 years because the game was just getting really stressful. I got to a point to where it would take a lot of effort and a lot of work to get as good as I wanted to be. And the stress was just really building up, and I realized that if I wanted to take the effort that it would take to go pro, it would just not be good for me overall in terms of like my mental health, my physical health, and my school as well. Oh, it keeps me coming back to play. Honestly, I love the game. Like, it's a lot of fun. I love working in the team environment. It's great. Honestly, maybe a little bit of addiction in there as well. But honestly, it's just so much fun to play. And even though it's awful when you're losing, or it's awful when you're playing like solo queue or like trying to rank up, it's still a lot of fun to like play with the team and just win in general.
I've known Naeed about 2 or 3 years. before I knew that he played League of Legends whenever I first joined like the TESPA club, just because I knew about him from the game, and then I got to meet him at like one of the club meetings, and then so I went to like a party with him before. We going to different events. We kind of got to know each other a little bit better, and then now that he started playing League again, and now he's on the team again, like we've been able to like connect a lot better. So.
Practically.
What's the difference?
I'm just making it so it's like on paper.
No, Ryan's off for dancing on him.
Hey, someone help out Ryan. He's fighting Darius right now.
Oh, right? Oh, wait, Ryan's fighting Darius? I'm predicting it.
When I started off playing my freshman year, the school didn't officially sponsor us. We were a TESPA club, which meant that we were just competing as a UNT club. The school didn't really help out with anything, but now the school is essentially helping out about as much as they can. They pay for our jerseys, we got pictures, we even had a media day where we got interviewed. There's even a news story, I believe, on MSNBC for the esports club as overall. It's really nice. The school can pay for collegiate sponsored events for our entry fees, as well with help with travel slightly. And then we're getting other benefits such as personal trainers and nutritionists that are slowly coming in.
What I like about the UNT esports program is being able to be involved in a team and have like a platform to be able to play a game that I really enjoy for the school, and being able to, with that, compete in tournaments where I can get scholarship money, and or just playing games where you're actually being able to get compensated for that as well. So playing a game that you enjoy, and then also being able to like reap the benefits of it, of like all the time that you've spent playing the game and practicing and stuff like that, is pretty cool.
Oh wait, how long did you get?
It doesn't work into a.
Yeah, honestly, it's right.
We'll have to work on the comic cues.
There you go. The mouse, I can never